Hello everybody and welcome to yet another episode of Wine Library TV. I'm your host, Gary Vaynerchuk, and today we continue with the Wine Library TV 6-pack. So, we're going to do two wines tonight, and we're going to taste them side by side and kind of talk about what they all mean. So we're going to be halfway through the 6-pack. There's a chance we will have some episodes Saturday and Sunday to finish it off. We're going to see what happens after we tape this, so you may see them Saturday and Sunday, or we may just continue on Monday, and we'll finish it off on Monday and Tuesday. So, and don't forget, we're going to get into this a little bit later. So, right now what we're doing is, in the 6-pack I sent two white Burgundies. Now, again, from prior episodes you may remember that white Burgundies are 100% Chardonnay. And what this is one is a very specific Premier Cru single vineyard white Burgundy in the Cave de Cologne, and one is a generic Bourgogne Chardonnay. And I thought it'd be really interesting to really talk about the two dynamics of white Burgundy, where you get the really upscale single vineyard Premier Cru wines, and you get the village generic standard white wines. So, let's get into the first wine of the bunch. This is the Bitso 2003 Bourgogne Blanc Chardonnay. Small producer, little village right outside of Poligny-Montrachet. Again, there's a lot of laws in white Burgundy, so if you're in the town of Poligny-Montrachet, you can call the wines Poligny-Montrachet. This is outside of it, declassified, and that's basically what you get when you get a Bourgogne Chardonnay. Bourgogne is from the Burgundy region, Bourgogne, and basically it's not specific to a special vineyard or a single vineyard. It could be a mix of wines from several different vineyards. This one is from a single vineyard, but outside the classified area. We've had a lot of success with this wine in the past. You will see got this little trusty card over here. A nice little golden color, not too golden, kind of light, almost the kind of color you'd see in between a Sauvignon Blanc and a Chardonnay. Classic oak and toasted nose. Hint of pineapple if you get that. Again, you want to swirl the wine around. Let's really get in there. And then, and again, I didn't set you up for this, but if you can pause me, maybe go grab another glass, because this would make it even more fun. This right here is the Cave de Cologne 2003 Merceau, and this right here is a single vineyard, the Murgers, M-U-R-G-E-R-S. Again, we'll pour that. And so, on color, when you look at these two wines, I think when you compare them, you'll see that the Cave de Cologne is a little bit more golden. This is a lot of fun to do. It kind of shows you the color scheme, but not much more. So, let's taste the Bitso. Classic Chardonnay flavors. A lot of oak, a little bit of burnt wood. I'm sure you get that smoky firewood fireplace taste on the finish. It's nice. It's got good body, and it's really well made. I like this wine. It's complex. It's got good fruit. Again, I know I'm forcing you to open two bottles tonight, unless you've got a couple teammates. That might seem like a waste. What I like about this wine, put the cork right back into the fridge. 3 to 4 days, it's going to hold up. You'll be really surprised. The Cave de Cologne. Again, you can definitely see a more golden color. Much more vibrant citrus nose. Tight nose. Again, this wine's been open up for about half an hour. What I think you're going to experience when you do this is a far more explosive mouthfeel and a much smoother wine. If you now go back to the Bitso, if you didn't pour it out or pour yourself some more, you'll see when you taste this, after you taste this, a thinner Chardonnay. Even though the first time we tasted this, it was really nice, you're going to see a thinner Chardonnay and a little bit more acidity. When you go back again to the Cave de Cologne, you can really taste the power, the complexity. The oak is not as heavy, so it's not as overbearing. It's a more balanced wine. This is an exceptional white Burgundy, and I hope you enjoyed it because it's really spectacular to me. This goes great again. You can cork this 2-3 days easily. It's still going to keep its complexity. But where I think the value and why I did this with this 6-pack is, these are two great wines. We started with this one, and I think when you tasted it, you probably enjoyed it. You probably thought it was really nice, and as did I. But when you step up and you taste the real deal single vineyard white Burgundy, that kind of gave you the opportunity, and when we bounced back and forth, to really see the difference between a quality wine but a super quality wine over here. And I really think, I'm excited because it was even more dramatic to me than I thought it might have done, because the Bizzo is such a nice wine. And now you can really see where the dollars are being spent, the technologies, they're picking at lower yields, better vineyards. And I hope this was a very eye-opening experience to the difference in quality. And this is Chardonnay. And Chardonnay, varies, but, there's a lot of other grapes out there that vary even more. So I hope you enjoyed this. This is a very interesting process, and I think you got some value at it. I hope you did. And let me know if you did, and send me some comments. Now, I'm going to just dump this glass right here. If you remember from yesterday, we had this wonderful wine from Monstant, the Blau, as I call it, the Con Blau. This has been sitting in my office open the whole day. Now this is where a real taster and a real buyer and a real wine connoisseur needs to come in. I'm going to rinse this glass to get all the Chardonnay flavors out. If you're changing wines, if you're a wine tasting party, or you're with a group and you want to taste wines, always remember to completely give your glass a good rinse. Not a little one, a good one, because the residue and the flavors and the aromatics from the other wine are going to come in and may alter the way you feel this wine. So unless you have separate glasses and you're only dealing with one, always give it a solid rinse. Now I can smell it completely coated. Let's see what happens. Hopefully you'll be able to remember the nuances and the tannins and the flavors from yesterday. Hasn't lost any of its color. Still tremendous color. The thing that I recognize immediately, and again, I didn't have it decanted, it's just been open all night, the noses open up dramatically. And I'm getting almost like an Asian pepper spice. Real pepper kind of nose, which I like a lot. What'd I tell you? I mean, this is a totally different wine. It's much smoother. It's much more complete. I'm getting a lot more flavor. That bitter tannin, remember from yesterday? Completely almost gone. Still a little bit. I still get a little bit. Again, it's really young. I still do get a little unfinished, a little tartness, a little bitterness, a little dirt, but a lot more fruit. Nice wine. I don't know, this is what wine's so interesting to me and what wine's all about. We got to taste a wine a day later. You can really see how it opened up. We got to taste two wines from the same basic area, white Burgundies, but made differently, and tasted against them and went back and forth to allow us to really see the difference. There's so much to learn about wine. I'm learning every day. I hope you're learning something on Wine Library TV. I'm going to keep it coming, and we'll talk to you next time, Wine Library TV.